Every single day, millions of people in Uganda send money just by tapping on their phone. It feels like magic, right? It's instant. But have you ever actually stopped to think about what's going on behind that screen? So, you hit send on, say, 50,000 shillings. Poof! It's gone from your balance. A few seconds later, it shows up on a phone maybe hundreds of kilometers away. How? Where did it actually go? Did it just fly through the air? What's the secret here? Seriously, who's holding that money? And how in the world does it move all over the country without anyone ever stepping foot in a bank? We all trust this system, right? We use it every day. But the way it really works, well, that's one of the biggest secrets in modern finance. Okay, here's my promise to you. By the time we're done here, you are going to understand this system better than almost everyone else who uses it. So, let's pull back that curtain. All right, first things first, we got to get one big idea straight. What is this stuff? This digital money we're all sending around. What is it? And just as importantly, what isn't it? So at its simplest, mobile money is just a service that connects a digital value to your SIM card. That's it. Your phone number? That's basically your new account number. And companies like MTN or Airtel give you access to it, meaning you never have to see the inside of a bank if you don't want to. But here it is. This is the big secret. The one thing that changes how you see everything. When you send mobile money, no money is actually moving between phones. Not physically, not digitally, nothing. Not a single shilling. So if the money isn't moving, what's happening? Well, forget the idea of money flying through the air. The reality is much simpler and honestly kind of brilliant. Think of a giant central scoreboard. All the system does is update two numbers. It subtracts the money from your balance and adds it to the receiver's balance. That's it. It's just an instruction to change the score. The money itself never went anywhere. Okay, I know what you're thinking. If it's all just numbers on a scoreboard, what makes my mobile money actually worth anything? What stops it from being just fake internet points? Where is the real cash? And that question is a huge deal. Look at this number. Just one provider, MTN Momo, handles over $500 billion in transactions in a single year. That's a mind-boggling amount of money. All those numbers on that digital scoreboard, they have to be backed by something very, very real. And that something is called a trust account. This is the absolute anchor of the whole system. Here's how it works. For every single digital shilling you see on your phone, there's a real, physical shilling sitting in a special account at a commercial bank. And here's the crucial part. That money is legally separate. The telecom can't touch it for its own business. They can't loan it out. It's just there. And the entire operation is watched over by the Bank of Uganda. That's the guarantee. That's what makes it real money. So we've got the scoreboard idea and we know about the trust account holding the real cash. Now, let's put it all together. Let's follow the journey of a single transaction from the moment you start dialing to the moment it's delivered. Okay, so you want to send 50,000 shillings. First, you dial that code, like *165# for MTN. The menu pops up, you punch in the phone number and the amount. Instantly, the system checks that big central scoreboard. Do you actually have the money? If you do, it prompts you for your PIN. That PIN is everything. It's your key, your signature. The second you enter it, bam, the scoreboard updates. Your balance drops by 50K, their balance goes up by 50K. The receiver gets that little SMS alert, and it's all done. All in a matter of seconds. No humans involved. It's pure, secure automation. But wait a minute. How do you get your digital money out as physical cash? And how do you put cash in? That's where the mobile money agent comes in. Think of them as the essential bridge connecting the world of cash in your hand to the digital money on your phone, what's sometimes called e-flow. They basically have two jobs, and they're the mirror image of each other. For a cash-in, it's simple. You hand them physical cash, and they use their agent phone to send you the equivalent amount of digital money, or e-float. For a cash-out, you do the opposite. You send them your digital money, and they hand you the cold, hard cash. They are, quite literally, the human ATMs of this entire network. Right. With so much value zipping around this digital system, you have to be asking, how on earth is all of this kept safe and secure? Well, it's about more than just your PIN. Your PIN is obviously the first key to the lock, but it's not the only one. Just think about it. To get your money, a thief would need to know your secret number and have your physical phone or SIM card. That right there is a simple form of two-factor authentication. On top of that, all the data is encrypted as it travels, and remember, the Bank of Uganda is setting the rules and watching over everything. It's not just one lock, it's a whole series of them. Now, let's be real for a second. The system is secure, but it's not foolproof. The biggest risks usually aren't about someone hacking the central system. It's about things like clever scams designed to trick you, or something called SIM swap fraud. The weakness is almost always human error, which is why the number one rule will always be the same. Protect your PIN. Don't share it with anyone, ever.
So that's the mechanics of it. That's how it works. But the bigger story, the more amazing story, is why it matters. How did this relatively simple system go on to completely change an entire nation?
And of course, there's a business model here. So how do the telecoms make all their money? Well, it's a game of tiny fees on a massive scale. They take a small slice every time you send money, and especially when you cash out. That little fee might seem like nothing, but when you multiply it by a fire hose of millions of transactions happening every single day, well, it adds up to billions. And that business funds something that is truly revolutionary. This quote says it all, really. For so many people in so many parts of the country, mobile money isn't just a convenient option instead of a bank. It is the bank. It's the only bank they have. I mean, think about the impact. It's been a total game changer. It gave millions of people who were completely unbanked their first ever access to financial tools. It went into remote villages where a brick-and-mortar bank would never, ever go. It let small business owners get paid safely and easily, and it just made life safer for everyone because you didn't have to walk around with a big wad of cash in your pocket anymore. And there you have it. The secret is out. It's not magic. It's a giant scoreboard. The value isn't imaginary. It's backed by real cash and a trust account, and the whole thing is connected by that network of agents. You genuinely now understand the invisible system behind every single one of those transactions. Kind of makes you wonder, right? We're surrounded by these systems we use every day, things we take for granted. What other incredible secrets are just hiding in plain sight, waiting for us to ask, how does that really work? Look, if you got a kick out of figuring this out, you're exactly the kind of person this channel is made for. We're all about breaking down the complex systems that shape our world. If you subscribe, I promise you'll start to see the whole world a little differently.